Yeah, hi everyone, welcome to Emsley Lodge for another week. Had to scratch a couple of horses last week and run them from bad barriers, and we ended up having a really big day at Werribee. Had 5 runners at Werribee, and a couple of horses I thought raced really well. A couple of 3-year-olds that look like they're going to get over a middle distance or staying distance. Certainly a horse called Champagne Sabre was first up for a long time. He got a fair way back, and I thought he worked home really strong, so he'll probably go up to a mile and then go to a mile and a quarter, and he might make a really nice staying 3-year-old during the winter. Excuse me, horse called El Sordo. He ran 3rd. I thought he was pretty good. He finished just in front of Champagne Sabre. Had a really tough run. He was 3 wide the whole way, but I saw he still kept running pretty strong through the line. So I thought both those horses are pretty nice horses to follow in the next couple of weeks. Big Zippity Zoustar goes to Geelong Friday. He was good first up. He had a bad bleed last time in, and so he's on the recovery from that. That was his first start the other day since that happened, and he recovered from it good. He raced really well. Goes to a race on Friday that I don't think is as strong as the last race, and he wasn't beaten all that far. So ironically, he's drawn out a little bit wide, which I probably don't really mind. He's not the greatest beginner. He actually is just the first couple of strides. He just takes a bit of, because he's so big, he just takes a couple of strides to get into rhythm. So if he draws down low, they tend to cross him quickly and he gets shuffled back. So he's drawn wide. So hopefully we can find ourselves in the first half a dozen of the field. And if he does that, he could probably run a place at a really good price. But he seems to be going really good. I'm happy with the horse. He's going to have a good prep, and this is second up on Friday. And he could, I imagine, he'll be a big price, and he could certainly run a place at a big price. That's Zippity Zoostar. Tori's team finds his way back at the races on Friday. He's had a couple of little hiccups, this horse. He won really well at Bendigo, then we took him up the bush and he ran off the track and he had to trial again, and then he got cut back pretty hard by the farrier, and anyway, he's back at the races. Unfortunately, it's an 1100 metre race. I'd much prefer him over 1000, but he's had that really awkward rating of 65, so he has to run in the better graded races, and he carries too much weight for 58s, and he's not eligible for the 0 to 64s, so he's got to run in a strongest sort of grade. So anyway, he's going as good as he can go. We'll send him around on Friday, and hopefully he can get a really suck run early and then be strong late. But I'd much probably prefer him over 1000 than the 1100. That's Tori's D.
G'day guys, welcome to Around the Stables. This week's horse saw a bit of an old stable favourite, Little Miss Gutsaa. She's been a tremendous horse for the stable. We purchased her at a Melbourne Premier a couple of years ago. The owner sort of wanted to find a really high quality filly, and we certainly had to pay for it, but she's been a great old horse for the stable. She's a horse that she does take a couple of runs to get going, but I think once she finds her form, she races really competitively. She jumps away, she shows good speed, and she really toughs it out in the finish. And whatever races we run her in now, it's always in really good grade, and she always acquits herself well. So 2 preps to go. She won at Sandown, and then last preparation, I think she had 5 metropolitan placings. So any mare to do that, that's no small feat. So yeah, she's a funny horse. Come winter, she gets a real fluffy woolly coat, and she's always the first horse we clip, so that's why she's clipped. But no, she races really well during the middle of winter. Races at Sandown, every second Wednesday, and she always tries her guts out. Pardon the pun there. But as far as this preparation goes, she's come back in really good order. She certainly hasn't lost any speed on the training track or anything like that, and she's fitting well and eating her head off. So that's good. Probably a couple of weeks off a jump out here at the farm. She's not a horse that we don't really trial all that much, but and maybe that's why she sort of takes that couple of runs to get going. But once she does, she has nice long preps and really consistent preps. So look forward to getting her back to the races in a few weeks' time. And yeah, whether her first right run, she probably generally needs that. But once she hits form, she'll hold it, and she'll always be competitive.
Yeah, that's it for another week at Emsley Lodge. Thanks for watching. Busy sort of week this week. A few runners, a couple of really nice horses. Got quite a few horses that are coming up to sort of had their first gallop this morning, and Our first solid gallop this morning, and probably only a couple of weeks off a trial. A couple of really nice younger horses. A horse called Steely Hustler, she went really well last time in. A really nice 3-year-old called Chapeau, he's going really well. So a couple of really nice 3-year-olds sort of really looking forward to racing through the winter. What else have we got? A couple of runners at Geelong on Friday. Big interesting to see how big Zippity Zoostar goes. Really nice horse, and he seems to be ticking over pretty good. So he's certainly expecting to go well. He can probably run a place at a big price, and then follow him after that. But a couple of nice chances through the week. Hopefully we can get a winner. Till next week. See you later.